Good morning, friends. My name is Varinder, and welcome you to my YouTube channel, Cloud Ninja. So, in this video, we'll study about that which are the different components or services available in AWS storage and how we can actually use those and get benefit out of that. So, without wasting much time, let's move on to the first slide and see that what are the different components. So, the first component is Amazon S3. It is also called as simple storage, Amazon S3. It is basically an online storage and a process wherein you'll get an URL when you'll create an S3 bucket into the Amazon cloud, where you'll get an URL, and when you copy that URL and open to your browser, you'll be able to see online that okay, where your files are, and you can possibly set the permissions onto that, so that which user should be able to delete those files, or which user should be able to actually share those files and edit those files. So it is basically a simple storage wherein you need to log in into the Amazon console, and there's a process for that. You sign up for the Amazon console, then create a bucket. Bucket is basically a container wherein you'll be able to store the objects or files, and those could be any type of files. It could be text file, video files, your applications, or MP3 files. Then you can view an object, move an object, and then delete an object. So objects are basically files, and in order to store those files, you need a container, to which in case of Amazon S3, we call it as a bucket. And Amazon S3, we have a detailed video to our channel that what is Amazon S3 bucket and how to create it, what are the different components into that. So definitely you can see our channel and see the detailed video into Amazon S3. So once you create the objects, you get an create a bucket, you get an URL, because the bucket name is unique within the whole AWS cloud. You can imagine that how many organizations are there into the AWS, and so you need to create the bucket name unique, and generally it is advised that you name the bucket as per your organization name, and then the further description into that. So today couple of or number of websites which actually have images or videos, they generally place their content onto the S3 buckets, and then link the websites with the S3 so that their online content is being displayed through the online storage. So it is basically an online storage which you can access it through the URL or through the HTTP. So the idea behind is you need not to pay any upfront cost to have the hardware available, just to have the storage. So you can use the Amazon S3. So the second storage is Amazon Cloud Front. Amazon Cloud Front, like we discussed in very brief detail about Amazon Cloud Front, is basically a content delivery network, which is also called as the edge location. The edge location is nothing but a group of data centers within the different areas or in the different countries. Amazon is having its data centers, and it is also called as edge locations, where it is having different availability zones through which the content is being displayed to the users, so that users should be able to see the content without having much latency into that. So there are so let's say there is a cricket match going on between the India and Pakistan. So in that case, there is a man of match image by that Dhoni is the man of match, and let's say any website like Cricket Info, they want to display that image to the whole world, and in that case they just publish their data, or to get that data published through the Amazon Cloud Front, with the help of which, let's say if a user is sitting in UK or in Ireland and the images are lying somewhere else, so in that case, it can really use these edge locations to display the data to the users across the different countries, so that the users into the different locations should not face any kind of latency or delay in see the actual data. So Amazon Cloud Front is a great service, and definitely, like S3, will be creating new videos onto the Amazon Cloud Front. We will discuss detail that, okay, how many edge locations are there, number of regions in which country, and how the availability zones, how they work. So it is really an interesting topic where you'll be able to understand the whole idea that how Amazon Cloud works. And once you understand this, then definitely you'll be able to know that how much infrastructure Amazon is having and how much you can say that technology they have created just to give you the service like scalability, security, pay-as-you-go. There is a complex infrastructure behind that. So you'll understand once you understand that, okay, how Amazon Cloud Front works and what is the architecture behind that. So let's move on to the another storage service, which is Amazon Glacier. So Amazon Glacier is nothing but I would say that archival storage onto the cloud. Now, there are different components to that. Let's say, as per your disaster recovery plan, you may need the data you may need some data which will be required in case of disaster within 4 hours, and there may be some data which you can, which can afford to get that data in 24 hours, and some may be other 48 hours. In that case, you can use the Amazon Glacier service where your data will be stored into the Amazon Glacier or backup data will be stored into that, and depending on the plan you will require, or maybe the frequency with which you require the data to be readily available with you, you can go with that Amazon Glacier, and you need to pay the price for that. So Amazon S3 and Glacier interlinked, and there are certain data which you want to which is readily accessible by your organization, or in that case you can place into S3, and the data which is not to be frequently accessed, in that case you can store that data into the Amazon Glacier. So as per the components you choose or the plans you choose, that okay, at what frequency your data would be required, you need to pay the price for that. So in that case, you can remember you need not to spend any kind of upfront cost onto the backup technology, or you need not to build a DR site for that. You can just use the Amazon Glacier. So if you are a system administrator, you can imagine or can have an idea that how much organizations used to spend to build up a cold site, hot site, warm site. So in that case, you just subscribe for this service, use this service, and put your data onto the cloud, and you can save a lot of money. And organizations are actually using these kind of services, and that is why they are getting attracted towards the Amazon Cloud. So similarly, another storage service is AWS Import Export Snowball. Friends, in order to understand this storage service, first of all, we need to understand that how this particular service came into picture. Now let's say that the kind of competition going into the market, or the market is moving towards the artificial intelligence, or you can say automation. So in that case, in case of your organization or your CTO, gets a decision, or your CTO is having a meeting with the senior management or the owners of the company, and with the CFO conveys a message that we want to reduce the cost of executing the project, let's say by 20%. So in that case, as an CTO, you will definitely look that, okay, how we can actually reduce the cost, and you may have decided that, okay, you will move your data to the cloud. So in that case, let's say, in order to run the business, particularly organizations have a large amount of terabytes of data into the organization. So let's say if we need to transfer only 100 terabyte of data over a 100 MB link, then as the calculation, you need 100 days to transfer the 100 TB of data onto the cloud. So just remember, friends, in case of terabytes of data would be transferred to the cloud, it is generally or was impossible for the organization. So Amazon created a service, Import Export Snowball, wherein they'll send once you subscribe the service onto the Amazon console, they'll send this type of box, which is having different kind of capacity, 50 TB, 100 TB, 200 TB. So once you subscribe, They'll send it to your address. You can upload your data into the same hierarchy or the way you want those folders to be uploaded by the Amazon in the same way into the AWS Cloud. So once you upload your data will be sent back to the Amazon data center, and they'll plug this device and your data will be available in the cloud. So it is having different security features, and you can actually have 256-bit encryption onto that. It is having a TPM module, trusted platform module, which is we use it for the you can say for the security, for the encryption of the data, so that data should be secure while this box is being transit to the AWS data centers. So this is really a wonderful service, and you can take advantage of that, and you can move your data to the cloud in a very quick manner. Now the last service is AWS Storage Gateway. So just to try to correlate it from the word gateway, which is given over here. Let's say you are having a data center and into the or different co-locations, and you want that the data which is there into your data center would be backed up to the cloud in a real-time manner. Then you can use the AWS Storage Gateway, wherein you can have an EC2 instance into the cloud, and there you can actually install the storage gateway to actually have a link between your data center and then the AWS cloud, wherein your data will be transferred to the AWS cloud through the storage gateway, and it would be really beneficial in case of disaster. Let's say there are a couple of databases in your organization, and database is crashed. In that case, you can actually use the data which is available into the cloud through the storage gateway. Your databases would be up and running because the same kind of data is available onto the cloud as well. So there are other storage services which we'll discuss in detail when we actually discuss all these topics in detail. So thank you friends for watching this video, and if you really like this video, please hit like button and do share it with your friends, so that more and more people, which is our target, that they should understand the AWS cloud computing, and they can enhance their skills. So friends, thank you once again for watching. Please do hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, so that you should get the latest updates and new videos which we'll be uploading. Thank you friends. Thank you for watching.